Thank you for listening to Don't Stop the Music radio show via your streaming service. If you'd like to get your music heard, then why not go to www.DSTMRS.com.
And bound, driving through this dirty town. The sun never shines on the ground. The people enslaved in their mouth. No one can really find out. And I'm starting to shout, what am I? When everything's breaking down. And thrown on the ground, and the curses come flying around. It's the turn of the tide speaking out. Finding excuses to wait, watching the friendship turn. Can we break out of the smog that blackens our lungs as they burn? No one can really find out, and I'm starting to shout, what am I? When everything's breaking down, ripped up and thrown on the ground, and the curses come flying around. It's the turn of the tide speaking out. What am I? What am I? What am I? When everything's breaking down, ripped up and thrown on the ground, and the curses come flying around. It's the turn of the tide. What am I? When everything's breaking down, ripped up and thrown on the ground, and the curses come flying around. It's the turn of the tide speaking out.
Hello and good evening and welcome to Don't Stop the Music radio show. My name is Peggy Sue and I'm your host. The song you just heard there is by my guest this evening, so I'd like to welcome to the studio Matt JR Hurley. Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me, Peggy.
Oh no, you're more than welcome. Now that song there was What Am I? And I have seen the video to that, I will say. And please tell our listeners, before we get to know a bit more about you, a bit about that song. What's the story behind it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it actually starts in France.
Wow.
Yeah, so not the Gloucester Keys.
Not the Gloucester Keys.
That's where the video was shot. But yeah, it was driving through the valleys in the French Alps, and they've got these mining towns at the bottom of the hills and mountains, and a lot of the time they're in the sort of the shade and the shadow. And I was wondering, what's it like for people who sort of live in these sort of places? What's their experience? Then out of that came this sort of whole idea of, well, what's my experience of the places I've lived? So it sort of talks about identity. It talks about when the chips are down, who are you? It's that kind of vibe, really.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that makes kind of sense.
Good.
But yeah, no, inspiration's everywhere. So don't think I've had many guests come in to say it's about France. So that's a new one. So there you go. Now, obviously, as you just said there, that video was shot at Gloucester Quays. And it was funny when I started watching, I was like, the canal boat in the background. And I was thinking, is that the Kennet and Avon? Is that Devizes? Because kind of gave that feel with the wharf. And then it's changed to a different location in the area of the Quays, and I definitely was like, oh no, that's Gloucester.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So what made you choose to actually film it there?
So I was thinking I wanted something a little bit industrial. I wanted something that was connected to sort of the roots of where I'm from, and I didn't have the budget to go to France. No, that wasn't really the reason. Don't worry. But yeah, I wanted something that sort of connected me to sort of grassroots and that kind of stuff. And Gloucester Quays was just a good place to shoot. The Rizal Media guys who shot the video, they did a really good job on it, and I think it's come out really nicely. So
it definitely came out nicely. So yeah, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. And yeah, local. It's very local to us. It's only within stone's throw away from here, really, as a drive.
Yeah, it's pretty near.
Yeah, or a train ride.
Yeah, up that sort of direction. When we were shooting the video, I was living in Bristol at the time, so it was a quick nip up the M5 from there. So. And then they had like a busking session as well, which they used to do over the summer. So I used to go up there and busk at the outlet up there as well. Yeah, which was good fun. I think we should get something like that in Swindon. Have like a busking thing in the outlet, like a busking corner, and they sort of raise for charity when they do it. So if anyone listening out here has any swing with a designer outlet, busking corner would be cool.
Ooh, maybe we could do it in conjunction with Swindon 105. You never know.
Ooh, sounds good.
Get you live on air at the same time.
There you are.
There you go. So Matt, please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself. So basically, what got you into music?
Yeah.
What got you into playing a guitar? What made you pick up a guitar?
How long have you got? Because this could take a while.
Yeah, okay. Maybe not that long.
Okay. I'll give you the whistle stop then.
The summary.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've always been into music. My dad's a really good musician, pianist, guitarist, and he took me to a guitar show when I was sort of 10, 11, that kind of age. And I picked up my first guitar there and took it back with me and started playing, strumming chords, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I grew up playing in sort of local bands, all that sort of stuff, just with friends. And then I started doing a lot of work in like church music, so with the acoustic guitar stuff, which is kind of some of the inspiration behind my sound. And then in 2015, while I was living in Swanage, I started to write more music for myself, and it came off the back of quite a tragic incident with the loss of a close friend. And I found that the music was kind of like a therapy, a way of articulating the emotions that I was feeling inside. And as I wrote those songs and started to share them, I found that other people were resonating with the music as well. So they would say things like, yeah, that song's really helped me, or it's been really good to be able to sort of reflect by listening to the words. So I realized that there was something about the songwriting that could bring a real resonance to, a wider audience and more than myself. And I thought, there's a mission here to go on to share my music and my stories with others.
Yeah.
So after that, I started playing pubs and clubs. I moved up to Bristol, played a few venues around there. Did a little bit of touring, which was good fun. And then I teamed up with another great singer-songwriter, April Shipton. You should definitely check out her stuff as well. And we did a project to sort of focus on mental health and the struggles around that. So my background, I've got some mental health issues, and that goes into like writing in my music as well, and sort of helps me to process those. And we toured that in 2019, that kind of time. And then COVID broke.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, that caused a lot of issues with the music industry, I would say, and not only with musicians and venues, but again, you just said about mental health there. That also caused a lot of issues for those people who did suffer from mental health, was having help, because suddenly they're alone again.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, it was a challenging time for all of us. And I think camaraderie around that in whatever way we could get it was so important. And, you know, seeing, you know, fellow musicians putting on sort of sofa concerts and live streaming and all that kind of stuff, that was really, really exciting. I sort of didn't lean into that myself. I wasn't kind of in the right headspace for it. But that's why I'm sort of back here now, because I'm starting to get back into that headspace. I'm rekindling my identity in music and what I love to do. And it's been really exciting just starting up that journey again from the wonderful place of Swindon, which is where me and myself and my wife Lucy live. So hello, Lucy, if you're out there listening, here's a shout out. But yeah, we're really happy here, really enjoying being part of the local community, connecting, and hopefully getting out and sharing music amongst the local community too. Yeah.
Hi, Lucy. Lovely to have you listening. But yeah, no, it is one of those things, isn't it? As you were saying there. So you said there about you picked up a guitar and you obviously played in. Were you rehearsed in a church?
Yeah, that's right.
So the acoustics in there must have been amazing.
Churches are amazing places to just spend time, to reflect, to meet community as well. Yeah. And it's been. I've always had an affinity to church. There's a spirituality around it that I resonate with and connect with my faith. The gear in the corner here, Peggy, is actually from the church.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I dropped them. They're from, it's from a Patton Church, so a shout out to Patton Church in Swindon. But I was literally like, I said to the vicar, hey, can I grab some gear because I'm on the radio? And he was like, yeah, sure, no worries, pick it up this afternoon.
Oh,
so,
lovely.
Yeah, just supportive to have that network and that community. And I think even if you don't sort of have Christian faith or that kind of stuff, it is just a place to connect, you know, with what's around you and the inspiration that you can get just from the experience of being in that place, you know.
That's what you just you've hit the nail on the head there. There are so many community groups and community-based things that happen in those spaces that you don't have to be in that religion as such, because they welcome everyone. Yeah. And I personally, as I said to you before the show started, myself, I'm not going to go into it too much, but I'm not into that religion as such, but I do love going into a church, and I love going into a cathedral and having that space and that peace and quiet that you get when you stand in there, and you just have that time to reflect for yourself. So being able to play music in that space, that is just must be very spiritual in a way.
Yeah, definitely. There's a real resonance when you're in a place like that, where you can feel a connection to something bigger than yourself. So when I'm playing, obviously with my background and my belief in God, I feel like I've got a connection with him in those kind of spaces. But I think a lot of amazing concerts happen in churches as a space. And when you go into that space, gathering with people from hundreds of years ago who also, you know, connected with coming together as community, there's something powerful about that legacy too.
And now when we did our marathon here on Swindon 105.5, we did actually have the male voice choir play from St Timothy's, which is right next door to the station here.
Oh, amazing.
So that was a really good thing that we had there. And I have seen up in Christchurch, I've seen like the candlelight concerts with the string instruments, and they've been absolutely amazing. And I've also seen a Queen tribute there. I mean, come on, you would not usually expect to have Queen tribute singing or that type of music in a church, but it was amazing. And the acoustics and the sound, so different to if you were just at a theatre or even at a large concert with an open field, which I was just at this weekend. So just a
little drop there.
So yeah, if you see what it's just a different sound and a different way. It just, as you said, reverbs around. You are right. The spaces are completely different.
Yeah, it is a different feel and a different space. I think what's interesting about sort of playing in churches and then doing sort of my material sort of in solo or acoustic stuff up and down the country is just the variety of places you play in as well. So I love playing in sort of close, sort of intimate settings, with small sort of gig venues.
Vic.
Yeah?
The Vic. Down, if you go into the Vic, that's got that room at the back.
Yeah, at the back. Yeah, that was quite cool. I've been there a couple of times after a few ciders. So, I am, to be honest, Peggy, I am looking for places in and around Swindon to share my songs and to play a bit, share my stories. So if there's anyone listening who knows someone who wants, an acoustic troubadour to come down and share some songs, then hit us up. So
there's the Vic, the Castle. I'm just trying to think where else that does a lot of Swiss Chalet. They're pretty good.
Okay.
Where else? There's quite a few actually. I would have said the Rolleston, but that's now closed.
I did a couple of open mics at the Rolleston.
Oh wow!
It was a really good vibe. It's where I met my other bandmates, which I'll talk to you about later.
We'll talk about that in the second half of this show. Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
It's it feels like that venue. It was a really nice, welcoming sort of atmosphere. It's a shame, really. So
there are lots of venues that unfortunately have now closed, music venues and gone, so you can't share your music in those places. But it's nice to have you here to share your music now. So before we get you to play, I did actually want to ask you, obviously, growing up, what were your music influences? So not obviously... You would have whatever your parents listened to, but also what was your influences? What made you go, oh, I'd like to learn to do that one? Because obviously most people, when they start to learn to play guitar or learn to play piano, they do a cover. So what was your influences to start picking it up?
That's an amazing question. And I really like it because the answers are not generic for me. So in sort of... when I was a teenager, I started listening to a band called Switchfoot. They're like a sort of grunge rock band. And they sort of came up through the surf culture in San Diego, California, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And their lead singer is a guy called John Foreman, who's brilliant. Switchfoot are amazing live. I've seen them a couple of times over the years. And just their journey, there's like that connection and resonance with faith as well. So it's kind of like faith-inspired songs, which is kind of my vibe as well. Not like overtly sort of, connecting with the religion of Christianity or any other religion, but like inspired that way. So they're kind of, heavy riffs and like just in-depth melodic sort of lyrics are just great. So definitely worth checking them out. And John Foreman did some acoustic stuff as well, which I found quite inspiring. He had a couple of EPs that were based around the seasons. So spring, summer, autumn and winter, and that was a lovely thing to listen to as well.
Nice.
So that's kind of he is kind of my main influence. There are lots of other singer-songwriters who I have huge amounts of respect for, who I think are great. So there's a guy called Adam Barnes, he was based in Oxford. I think he's out in Germany now, but his music I always listen to because there's like really emotive, in-depth sort of thoughts going on with his singing too. So he's definitely another. You've got the greats, James Taylor. Beautiful singing, beautiful guitar parts. I like a bit of Fleetwood Mac.
Do you love Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah, who doesn't, Peggy?
Yeah.
Just interesting. And what I find interesting about Fleetwood Mac was their risk taking. So like, you've got their sort of older albums, and then they sort of move into stuff that's more melodical and sort of almost sort of pop influenced, and it's quite interesting to see that they gave it a go to try those kind of things. So I like that, and I try to sort of do that with my own music as well. So I do a lot of folk singer-songwriter stuff, but as you heard with What Am I like to kind of challenge genre as well and see if I can try other things. I bill myself as kind of an indie folk artist, but I like to sort of dabble in other things as well. So
sounds really good.
Yeah.
Well, now you're going to play a couple of songs for us. So what are you going to play for us?
So I thought I'd kick off with a song called Sailors of the Bay, which is a folk song inspired by Swanage, Dorset, which is...
I love that place.
Yeah. So that's where I first started writing. And I was walking along the promenade at the bottom, where the beach is.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what was it like, hundreds of years ago when sailors went out to sea to discover things, and what was it like for the the family they left behind, the children and the wives and that sort of stuff. So it all came about from that. So I'll play that one for you. And then I think you'll like the one after that, because it's called Circle on the Hillside, and it's all about ancient hill forts.
Ooh,
so
there's plenty of them around here.
Yeah, so I've noticed a few. I was standing up on one outside Swindon the other day. So
Oh, did it begin with B?
yes, it did. Something about castles or
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play those ones.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Take it away.
Brilliant. And watching the boats sail out of the bay as the sun greets a new day. The sailors chart a course to find a way to tell of distant lands and distant names. The waves that crash against the shore, a picture of those gone before. We can hear them. The wives and children wait again as the ships return their men. We can see them. And the pubs, they bring the ale in for the night to greet those returning from the daily grind. And the catch was good, the bonfire was just right. The sailors dance away under candlelight. The waves that crash against the shore, a picture of those gone before. We can hear them. The wives and children wait again as the ships return their men. We can see them, hey. Hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh. Oh, thanks, Peggy. That's very kind. Cool. Okay. Circles on the Hillside. The tales that rise of the circles on the hillside, the stories that tell of a people proud and strong. They made their lives in the circles on the hillside. They lived and died, sheltered from the world. And where have those kings gone now? The leaders of men, towers that stood tall, destroyed, just rubble and dust. The hill has been lost to time, and nothing remains of us
the people on the hillside. The swords and the shields glisten in the daybreak. The swords and the shields lighting up the sky. A battlefield cry is shaking the foundation, but a soldier's display cannot hold this tide. And where have those kings gone now? The leaders of men, towers that stood tall, destroy, destroy. Just rubble and dust. Hill has been lost to time, and nothing remains of us, the people on the hillside. On the hillside.
Mike Ganley's Crooked Road, Americana, acoustic and roots music on Swindon 105.5, Thursday evening, 8 to 10. Listen again, 2 minutes past midnight on Wednesday. Listen on air, on digital radio in Swindon and Marlborough, online, on smart speakers, and on our station mobile app.
Thank you for listening to Don't Stop the Music radio show via your streaming service. If you'd like to get your music heard, then why not go to www.DSTMRS.com. So yes, we'd love to hear from you. So if you do have a question or a comment for my guest this evening, which is of course is Matt JR Hurley, then please do email in.
My folk EP, which I recorded in Tewkesbury, so quite near Gloucester, with a lovely guy called David Pickering Pick. He was the producer on it, and that record's been out for since 2024. But yeah, really nice to kind of, the vibe of the record was sort of, imagine that you're sat in a pub with a bunch of mates with instruments. That's kind of the vibe. So hopefully it has that kind of sound.
That's what the red line is.
Well, there you are. Cool. Sounds
and to
good.
be fair, speaking of Tewkesbury, I'm actually going there this weekend.
Oh, really? How come?
Medieval fair.
Ah, that'll be exciting.
So my son absolutely loves anything to do with history.
Yeah,
and they do a battle reenactment and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
cool.
Off we go.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that happens to be this weekend.
Very exciting.
And I think the past couple of years they've had Professor Ron Hutton there as well, the famous one from the TV and stuff. He does the narration of the battle. So yeah, it's quite good.
So those nice sort of dulcet tones.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, splendid.
As it is.
Yeah.
Now, earlier in the show you mentioned that you're also part of a band. So tell us a bit about the band.
Yeah, so this is very exciting. This is a new project that I've connected with. So I met them at an open mic, and they're locals. So Will and Molly are the other two band members, and we are playing as an acoustic three-piece. So you've got me on the acoustic guitar, you've got Molly on vocals, then you've got Will on bass guitar, acoustic bass guitar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's quite a cool sound, very rustic. And our band's called Mildly Famous and the Echo Thieves. So
I did ask you earlier what that was, but why you called that, but you didn't know. So
I think it's part of the fun of not knowing entirely what it's about. It's something to do with a telephone call that Molly and Will had, which you'll have to come to one of our shows and ask us if you want to know more about that.
See, if I'd known that, I would have asked Will at the weekend.
There you are, yeah, because
he was at Minety.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
I should have asked.
So yeah, you can follow us on the socials. So Mildly Famous and the Echo Thieves. You can follow us on Instagram, and what you have to do is in the search bar is you have to type in the first letter of every word with a full stop.
Okay,
So you've got to go M stop, F stop, etc. So I will make it a challenge for you guys. If you're getting your Instagram out now to follow, which I'm hoping you are, I'll give you the first 3 letters. So obviously it's Mildly, Famous, and the Echo Thieves. So you've got MFA to start with, and then you can finish off the link yourself.
Hang on.
Are you on it, Peggy?
Mildly, Famous. Hang on, I'm nearly there.
Cool. While you're doing that, I'm going to keep plugging for all it's worth. My band and I are going to be playing a couple of shows over the next few months. So keep an eye out on the socials for the announcements for that. We've got a festival coming up and some other shows as well. But
what's the festival?
Do you know what? I can't say.
Oh.
So you've got to follow us on Instagram, and you've got to leave them with a hook, Peggy. Otherwise, people don't follow.
Yeah, you do.
So come follow us on Instagram and find out what we're up to. While I'm at it and while I'm plugging away, if you're enjoying the solo stuff that I'm sharing and performing, then you can listen to my music on all streaming platforms. So whatever streaming platform you use, just type in Matt JR Hurley, and you'll find my music there. Instagram is you found us. Mildly Famous and the Echo Thieves. That is brilliant. So now what you can do, Peggy, is you can share that with all your friends, and they'll all follow too. So that's splendid as well. So all the streaming platforms. I've just started to push my YouTube channel as well. So if you type in Matt JR Hurley Music on YouTube, you will find me. And what I'm doing on there, I've got kind of 2 things going on. I'm sharing my sort of songs and the stories behind those songs, Peggy, but I'm also doing a little 90-second songwriting session, which I'm trying to bring out every Friday. So the first one is this Friday, and it's for aspiring songwriters, and it's just my thoughts in 90 seconds as to how you can write music. So I'm trying to do it as kind of, I've had a few musicians ask me and say, your songs are, really nice. How can we get better as writers?
Yeah.
So I just want to sort of give back to the community with that. So that's what's going on with the YouTube channel. That's
really good. That's a very good idea, because one of the things I do sometimes ask my guests is, what advice would you give people and things like that who are starting out? But to have that little bit of inspiration, that 90 seconds, that could be a starting point. Yeah, so I'll give a little bit of a spoiler alert to that 90 seconds. I have with me here, one moment. Oh, hang on, reaching over. There we go. A notebook. Yes, you do. And the first thing that I think with songwriting is always have a notebook or sort of something to record handy, because you never know when inspiration is going to strike. Your phones are good for that as well. Phones Voice are good. Note. Yeah, definitely. So, and don't be afraid to, any sort of idea or inspiration you have, definitely jot it down. Songs can come from the strangest places. Pebbles, the song that I wrote, it came to me at 2 a.m. in the morning. I woke up and I was like, oh my goodness, there's a song here. And I just jotted it out and it became Pebbles. So, that would be my first bit of advice. Start writing ideas down, start writing stuff that inspires you. And, if you watch the YouTube channel as well, subscribe to that, then you'll see some other hints and tips there too. Excellent. Well, I did actually subscribe, so I have got that, because I've watched Pebbles' video as well. You are like the #1 fan, Peggy. You've discovered the band on Instagram. You've liked us. It's all good. I am on Instagram as well, but it's by private invite. There's a backstory to that, but I'm not sharing it at the moment. But if you want to follow on Instagram, if you do it over the next couple of minutes, actually, if you've got your phone handy, I will actually let you on straight away. So I'll have it live here. Here we are, Peggy. Peggy, right. You can hold me to this. I will. Hold it. Get me search bit out. Yep. So here we go. I've already got what's going on here. Here we are. So there's a follow. Cool. Here we go. So good stuff. I think that's yourself there. There we go. I've just requested. Cool. Yeah. Here you go. And legend. There we go. You've just accepted, and straight away, there you go. See, as quick and simple as that. And I'll follow back as well, definitely. Oh, thank you very much. Very easy peasy. Cool. Speaking of following, we have had another message come in. Oh yeah. So this is from Jane Hurley.
Oh.
Says, loving listening to you from France. So bonsoir, Jane.
Bonsoir, Mum. Oh, you've got to give a shout out to your folks when they're mailing in. So yeah. Glad you're enjoying it, Mum. Hi, Dad, as well. He's probably listening.
I'm actually currently learning French on Duolingo. So.
Yeah?
So
How's it going? What's your streak?
Well, actually, I think I'm on 100 and something now. So 100 and something days. So yes, 149 I'm at the moment.
Wow.
So after today, when I've done it this evening, it'll be 150.
Brilliant.
So yes.
That is most impressive.
Keep up the days. It's always good. Even if you can just do like a minute or two, it's something. It keeps your memory fresh.
That's it. See, the problem is I'm getting distracted now because the phone's blown up. It's like,
It's
follow. Yeah, but no, it's all good.
That's amazing, though, because that means people are listening.
Which is nice.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone, for listening.
So shall we go into another couple of songs?
Yeah, let's do it.
So what are you going to play for us?
So I'm going to try one that's from my first EP. It's called Shout to the Sky, and it comes off the back of that challenging situation that I talked about at the beginning of the show. And it's kind of like me shouting out to, from my perspective, to God, to the Father, whatever it may be. People might shout out to the universe. It's that kind of, you ever had that moment like standing on a hilltop yelling kind of thing?
Or screaming.
Yeah,
yes.
that's it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna attempt to play that. I was not planning on playing this one, but I just thought, why not? So we'll see how it goes, and if I forget the lyrics, I'll just make them up, I guess. So
nobody else is going to know.
Yeah, true. There'll be that one diehard fan who's like, Matt, that was not right.
You know that's going to be your wife and your parents, right?
Yeah, that's it. For definite. Okay. Right, so I'm going to play that one first. And then the next one I'm going to play is from the folk EP. It's called Memory Road. And it's about looking back on things that have gone by and not allowing them to impact your future, sort of connected around mental health. So it's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So there you are. Cool.
Brilliant. Take it away.
Father, Father, can you hear me? Can you see me? Do you know me? I am yelling for attention, for a whisper of your name. I am shouting at the heavens for an answer to a question. Did it really have to be this way? And down on my knees I pray. Again I shout to the sky. I know that you're listening. I wait for reply, but it feels like I'm missing a part of me lost at sea. Everything I believe quietly breaking me down. Again I shout to the sky. I know that you're listening. Father, Father, I can see you. Yes, I know you. I believe you. And I am moving ever forwards in your arms once again. And you are shouting from the heavens with the answer to the questions. But I cannot hear you this way. So down on my knees I pray. Again I shout to the sky. I know that you're listening. I wait for reply. but it feels like I'm missing a part of me, lost at sea. Everything I believe quietly breaking me down. Again I shout to the sky, I know that you're listening. And oh, 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 oh. Again I shout to the sky, I know that you're listening. I wait for reply, but it feels like I'm missing a part of me, lost at sea. Everything I believe quietly breaking me down. Again I shout to the sky, I know that you're listening. Thank you very much. This next one, as I said before, is called Memory Road. Travel along this memory road. It's windy and dusty and it twists and it turns. But while we're roaming this, I know we'll travel together in faith and hope. 'Cause every time we'll raise our eyes, when the path is hardest, we'll look to the sky. I'm moving on, it's hard to try, but we'll look to the love that you provide. 'Cause in our darkest moments you are a light. In our darkest moments you are our light. That matter the most, 'cause everything else is just dust and smoke. And even the thoughts on memory road will fade in the distance when we find our home. 'Cause every time we'll raise our eyes, when the path is hardest, we'll look to the sky. And moving on, it's hard to try, but we'll look to the love that you provide. 'Cause in our darkest moments you are our light. Yes, in our darkest moments you are our light. Thanks, Peggy.
It's kind of that one person in the crowd, isn't it? Just clapping.
You know, I'll play to any audience. You know, sharing songs and stories is a special privilege to be able to do. So.
Well, you've definitely shared them. We've had 3 messages come in.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Exciting.
So the first one is from James Whitney. Hello, James. Thank you for messaging in. James says, I'm very proud of you, Matt. Absolutely smashing it. let's get a cricket date in the diary this summer.
Yes, so he's my brother-in-law, and we love to go watch the cricket. So definitely a good idea. James, you can hold me to that one.
Do you go to the Oval, do you?
So I've been to the Oval a couple of times, but he's up Manchester way. So
you go more that way. Yeah,
Old
fair
Trafford,
enough. Yeah, fair enough. The second one is from Julie. Julie says, what a lovely jovial chap with great lyrics.
Oh, thanks, Julie. That is so kind, and it's really it's a pleasure to play, and thank you. It's really encouraging. Thanks for that.
And Chloe's message back in. She actually says, great voice. Give them a following. Oh, give them, it says. I think it's meant to say get them. Get them to the following the links again at the end. So basically, she would like your links again.
Okay, so shall I take us through the links now then?
Yes, Chloe, if you can get your phone ready, we'll do that in a few moments, shall we?
Cool, okay. So do we count to like 10 before we share the links to give Chloe a chance to get things ready?
Whilst we're doing that, is there anybody else you'd like to do a shout out to?
So who have I shouted out to so far? Well,
your parents?
Yeah.
Your wife?
Yeah. So that's good. Probably, I reckon my brother and sisters are listening. So hi, guys. Hope you're doing all right. I know that the pastor from my church is planning on listening later. So Jolie, this one's for you. Thanks for letting me borrow the PA system. Who else can I shout out to? I could shout out to April Shipton because we haven't played music for a while. So I could say, hey, Shippo, I'm on the radio. Come join me next time.
Yes.
So that would be a good one. Obviously, the band.
Of course.
So Mildly Famous and the Echo Thieves. Hello, guys. You've got to join me on the show as well. So here I am, Peggy, busy sort of organising a booking schedule.
Yes,
so that's cool.
Yeah, good.
And this is the really cheeky one. A shout out to any promoters in Swindon, Wiltshire area. As I said, I'm really looking to share my songs, my story, my music. I do covers as well. I love doing my originals. So yeah, hit us up on the socials or get in contact.
And now you can give those social links because Chloe should be ready by now.
Cool. Okay, Chloe, here we go. So if you're enjoying the music and you want to hear the records, then on Spotify, if you type in Matt JR Hurley, you'll probably find me on there. YouTube is my main way to connect currently, so give us a follow. If you type in on YouTube Matt JR Hurley Music, there's a pensive picture of me looking over the beach in Swanage. So Matt JR Hurley Music, you can subscribe and follow me on there, connect through the comments. On Instagram, again, it is a private social, but if you type in Matt JR Hurley, you'll probably be able to find me, and if you ask, then I will most certainly let you in. So, we've still got a bit of time on air now. I've had a few people follow, which is amazing, so keep it up. It'd be great to welcome you all on this journey with me.
Yeah, brilliant. Now, we've got a few minutes left.
Cool.
So I did want to ask you, I know you mentioned about the mental health side of things. Have you found that music itself has helped you with either writing the music or just playing music, or not necessarily even having a tune in mind, you just literally just strum away? Have you found that has helped your mental health?
Absolutely. So so for me, sort of anxiety is my main sort of mental health around that kind of thing, and I take dips quite a lot of the time. And when I'm taking a dip, playing music gives me like a regulation, like it levels me out. So I obviously play the guitar. I also play piano, bass, drums, some other things.
Wow.
So the piano at home has been an amazing, I've had dips sort of recently, and playing the piano at home has just been a real kind of outlet for just processing.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you don't even know like the words, you just have the stuff inside and it's spinning round, spinning circles in your mind, and you just need to kind of release that into outside of itself.
That's a good title for a song there.
If you go on the first EP, you will find Spinning Circles. So it's like we've done this before, Peggy.
No, I know. We haven't, though.
No, absolutely not. Just riffing. It's great. But yeah, in all seriousness, guys, the thing about mental health is it can be unseen, and it's so important to know that there are, people around who want to support, who want to help you. And I find that communication, even though it's difficult, is the best way to kind of process, but not even communication perhaps with other people, but communication with yourself. And that's where music, I think, I found a real help for that, to be able to use it to articulate those emotions or those things that I'm feeling inside and expressing them.
Wow, there you go. That's very good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
That's all right. Hope it answered the question.
It did. Thank you. Now we've got about a minute left, and I just think a message has just come in, so I'm quickly going to read that one. Hi, Will from the band. So I do know Will myself. And Will's put, "Hey Matt, you sound awesome. Thank you for the shout out. See you on Friday."
Awesome. Yeah. We've got a photo shoot. So yeah, we're up in Bristol, so that'll be great fun. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So Will, you're going to have to come on the show. You know that now.
He'll take the invite. I bet he'll text in a second.
So as I say, you've got about a minute left. So please tell us about the last song that we're going to play out the show with, which is called Pebbles.
Yeah. So Pebbles is a song all about what you sort of lose. So as I said, I wrote it out of a sad situation of grief, but it's the idea that despite that, you can move forwards. There can be hope, there can be restoration there. It's not that you forget what's gone, but it's that there is always hope moving forwards, I think, and it's set to this idea of casting pebbles away. So.
And it's got a great video as well.
Yes, it does. On the YouTube channel.
It
Last
does.
plug.
It's a black and white video, and you're throwing pebbles.
I am indeed, and that is the opening lyrics to the song.
It is, yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for sharing your music and your story. This is Pebbles. Please do make sure you come back in again.
Thanks, Peggy. I've loved it. And yeah, I'll definitely, hopefully get back in soon, I hope.
Brilliant. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for messaging in. And see you on the next one. Good night.
Throwing pebbles makes the water ripple in the wind. Every stone that drops is the memory of a friend that splashes, and the sound shakes the ground within. My feet are slipping yet again, splashing from the mouth of river's end. I know it's hard to find through this pain. Rocks and boulders come flying down the hill at your side. The avalanche complete at the sound of the call you hear, the voice that draws you near in your soul. Reawakens what you hold. Faded are the plans you had inside. Jaded are the dreams within your mind. I can see, I can feel, I can dream, I can build from the depths. I can heal, I can dream, I can build. We can see, we can feel, we can dream, we can build from the depths. We can heal, we can dream, we can build. Throwing pebbles makes the water ripple in the wind.
you for listening to Don't Stop the Music radio show via your streaming service. If you'd like to get your music heard, then why not go to www.DSTMRS.com.